everyone, welcome back to my YouTube. It's your girl Honey. Today we are talking about having Venus in Libra. Now Libra is at home in Venus. It's the co-ruler to Venus along with Taurus as the main ruler. Venus is the 7th house. It's home to the 7th house on the natal wheel. The 7th house represents partnerships, marriages. It's your descendant, it's contracts, it's business arrangements, and it's all about creating bonds and titles and, you know, just partnerships in general. Venus is all about beauty. Having your Venus in Libra just intensifies, you know, the feeling of love even more. Venus represents your partner, who you're attracted to, your types of relationships, and how you love and express in your relationships. So to have your Venus in Libra, you know, this is an interesting one. Venus and Libra people are all about relationships. Being in a relationship with a Venus Libra person, being a person with Venus in Libra, you tend to be mainly focused on your relationships. You know, depending on where your Venus is actually on your natal chart, because having it in your 10th house will represent you'll probably find love at work, or you'll probably find you'll fall in love with your work, but it's going to be your main focus in life. It's all about partnerships and creating bonds. And a lot of times I find with Libra Venus people, they tend to sacrifice so much just to keep a bad relationship going, and these people tend to put up and shut up in relationships, in a sense where, and I would say it depends how involved you were, because some people would be used to this happening in their early years, but as they grow up they don't do this shit no more. But a lot of times this energy tends to be someone who if their partner wants you to change, you know, and don't dress this way or don't behave this way, Libra Venus will do that just because it keeps the peace in their relationship. I also find that when I look back on my friends over the years, when I have been in relationships, a lot of the men, and I've got my Venus in my 11th house, a lot of the men tend to, that I've spoken to about my relationship issues, have their Venus in Libra, you know? So, like, do you know what, my best friend, he's a male, he's a Leo, and he's got his Venus in Libra. And this guy has, when I tell you, he has options, okay? I find these men always end up being the friend zone guy. And they're the friend zone guy because they're really good at having loads of female friends. Even if you're a female, you're very good at having loads of male friends, you know? Your Venus is an area about, you value communication as well, like. And I find these people that do have their Venus in Libra, when it comes to relationships, or before they even get into one, even when they're in a relationship, they can be someone who would have multiple options, you know. They're very good at polygamous relationships because they can have multiple people. Okay, this person's not giving me attention today, let me speak to that person, and like, they've always got someone around that that they can give their time to, you know. They keep these relationships going because it's about keeping a bond, you know. You are about partnerships. Venus and Libra people can also be known as notorious daters or serial daters. They seem to always be going out on dates with new people, socializing, having a good time, you know, meeting new people. And what it is they love the idea of being in love, rather than finding someone who they have a strong spiritual connection with, like a Venus and Pisces person might. You know, they are all about creating bonds with people, and they may be notorious for dating several people just to find the best one out of the 7, you know. And a lot of times this can lead to them jumping in a relationship just because, okay, I've got a title now, I'm in a relationship. But it will not stop them from still finding a bond elsewhere. I find Libra Venus are not always satisfied. They're just constantly searching and searching and searching for the perfect partner. And that's why with Venus Libra, it may take them some time, and they may have to kiss a lot of frogs in the process to get there, because they date a lot of people. And it's crazy, like, you can always look at these people. A lot of people look at Venus in Libra and they're like, rah, like, this person is a little bit promiscuous, or they're a bit like a hoe, or they're this. No. You got to understand, Venus in Libra is about partnerships. They value marriage and shit. Like, that's where they're heading towards. Being a really good spouse to their partner, because if their partner doesn't like what they do, they will change it to keep the peace. They are about keeping the bond. They are about us. So they have to go through partner to partner in order to get to where they want to be. And on top of that, while they're going from partner to partner, they are learning through every single person, you know, what they do want, what they don't want, what they deserve in the process. Because some people jump directly into one relationship and they're in it for the next 100 years, and they don't really learn a lot. When you're with multiple people, you learn from everybody, and you learn more about yourself. And that's what I find Venus and Libra people tend to do. And I also find with this placement, you know, they are all about balancing the scales. You know, they are they like their partner to feel like they are also contributing in relationships. So a lot of times these women may want to, that's the thing, I could say this, but I don't know, because I do find Venus Libra people, period, yeah, to be or let me say, I do find Libra energy, period, to have a type of opportunist vibe. However, when it's in Venus, I feel like these people tend to want to prove to their partners that I make a good spouse. So if I got to pay for my meal, if I've got to pay my way, I will. I'm here to make sure that I'm balancing the scales here. If you want to listen more about the Libra energy that I was just talking about in regards to opportunist kind of stuff, please go and watch my Libra woman video. It's very, very good. It's interesting. Go check that shit out. The kind of person that they attract, or they are attracted to, is going to have to be someone who's got Libra energy. So someone who dresses very, very suave. Someone who's very beautiful in the face, you know, gorgeous eyes, very wide smile. Like, I love Libra rising. The guy I like actually has a Libra rising. And he's a Leo as well, and I'm an Aries, and I'm looking at him like, oh, you're so fucking sexy. You know, just the Libra energy. I find Libras to be very good looking people. They take pride in their appearance. You know, you guys would really appreciate someone who looks after how they look. They are into luxury. They're into designer, and they're into the luxury side of living, the lavish way of life. You know, you guys need to be with someone who is all about romance, who wants to take you out and spoil you on a weekend retreat away somewhere. You know, a nice trip to the Maldives. Things like that. Like, you guys really appreciate a man or a woman who can make you feel like they've put in that work and that romance. And you guys are very good at, very into interior design, making your home look very nice when people come over. You guys are amazing at hosting, entertaining, and that's the kind of partner that you need. Someone who can who entertains and hosts and makes the home comfortable for others. And also Venus in Libra people are flirty, okay? You guys are very, very flirty, but I think it's the air Venus kind of thing going on. And because you are about creating bonds, you can definitely be seen as someone who goes out and exchanges numbers with everybody, and then all of a sudden everyone thinks that you like them because you gave your number out, but just for networking purposes. But it can be seen as flirty behavior to others, you know, but you guys can be very, very flirty, and a lot of people who are your spouses don't really like that. A lot of the time you guys can go through your early years in relationships and not really care deeply for the people that you're with, but you're in your relationships with them because it's a bond, it's a partnership, it's a bond, and it's just to say that I'm in one. So once you get older, you tend to get out of that vibe, and you're searching, and you find what you're looking for, and you're good to go. But I do find that a lot with Venus in Libra people. Now, I think the generation before mine, I think it's like from the early 80s, because I was born 1990. I think it's like the early 80s. They had their Pluto in Libra, and they are obviously a different set of people, but I find some of you may have your Venus conjunct your Pluto, and this just intensifies the whole idea of love. Like, you guys love immensely. Like, having your Pluto conjunct your Libra, your Venus, is actually, it's not that bad. It's quite nice, but it makes you a very obsessive lover, very obsessive spouse, but it does make you like a one relationship type of one person relationship kind of person. Like, you don't want to be out here cheating or sleeping with anyone or doing any reckless shit behind your partner's back. Like, the Pluto brings it more of a Scorpio vibe, right? But if Pluto's not there, then it would just give you more of a Libra vibe, obviously. So that is my video on Venus in Libra. I'm not sure what video to do next. It might be Venus in Virgo, who knows. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have thoroughly enjoyed it. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. I've got a Facebook page, check that shit out. And yes, I will see you guys on the next one. People, take care.